10 mysteries finally solved. It is always enjoyable to know about things that have intrigued you a lot in the past. Today we are going to talk about 10 mysteries that were finally solved. Do hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, and without any further ado, let's dig right into the video. Number 1. Bermuda Triangle. The infamous region of Atlantic Ocean, which earned its reputation due to claims of planes and ships disappearing between Bermuda, Puerto Rico, and Miami, Florida without a trace, turned out not to be as scary as it seemed. Scientists found out that there is nothing extraordinary about this island. Gulf Stream, weather, and human errors are the only reasons why Bermuda Triangle is called the Devil's Triangle. An Australian scientist solved this mystery simply by claiming that there was no mystery at all. Number 2. Brown Lady of Rotherham Hall. The image was taken by Captain Hubert C. Provand, a London-based photographer working for Country Life magazine, and his assistant Indra Shira. Critics claim Shira put a greasy substance on the lens to create a figure or move down the stairs during an exposure, but that was not the case. The magician John Booth said the brown lady could be duplicated by natural methods. By covering fellow magician Ron Wilson with a bedsheet and instructing him to walk down the staircase, the faked image looked very similar to the lady. Number 3. Stonehenge. Stonehenge is a circle of old stone in Wiltshire, England. Carbon dating makes it between 4,000 to 5,000 years old, so it puzzled many when you look at how advanced the architecture is, given what kind of tech was available back in the day. Common myths that suggested that this artwork was a piece of magic were rolled off by Wally Wallington, who built a Stonehenge replica in his garden on his own by using only what was available to humans back then. No one knows the purpose yet, but at least it is proven that there is nothing supernatural related to this piece of architecture. Number 4. Sailing stones in Death Valley. Stones displacing themselves without any external force made people think that there was something supernatural about them. Scientists used GPS and cameras to figure out the exact reason behind the existence. They found out that due to simultaneous change in extreme temperatures, a lake of ice forms up and later melts that causes the rock to displace. Number 5. Ley Lines. A weird connect-the-dots moment occurred in 1921, when archaeologist Alfred Watkins noticed that many ancient sites seemed to line up in too straight to be a coincident way. People took no time in linking this existence with supernatural things. It was thought that under this line there are reserves of power and resources. But unfortunately, this line that extends from Ireland to Israel is a mere coincidence. Even the discoverer Watkins himself believed that ancient Britons used landscape features as navigation points. Number 6. Nazca Lines of Peru. Discovered in 1930s, the Nazca Lines are massive white geoglyphs, some being 275 meters across, made from shallow lines dug into the ground. People initially thought hot air balloons were used to make these lines. But the idea was popped because back in that time people were unfamiliar with them. However, wooden stakes at the site, carbon dated to Nazca period, have given researchers a hunch that people at the time may have drawn long ropes between stakes to make the lines. So Dr. Joe Nickel and 3 assistants including an 11-year-old used the method to make the giant bird, and it only took them a few hours. Number 7. Ball lighting. Ball lighting is a potentially dangerous atmospheric electrical phenomenon. Brazilian scientists claim a glow can be witnessed when silicon wafers are cooled after passing current. Their aerosol possesses this characteristic glow. Keeping this in mind, they reckon the ball lighting phenomenon occurs when box standard lighting strikes quartz or silica-rich ground, like sand. The theory has gained such traction that other scientists are rumored to have agreed. Number 8. Spontaneous human combustion. Back in 1600s, it was widely believed that humans combust when they are in state of extreme anger. and some pictures from the past made this point to ponder for analytics. But as our body is made up mostly of water, chances of burning spontaneously are almost unlikely. If you look at the images of supposed spontaneous combustion, victims were often near a source of flame, like a fireplace. Number 9. How were pyramids built? Moving huge blocks wasn't easy. How was that done? Luckily in 2014, University of Amsterdam physicists materialized to rescue us from paperback pseudoscience. By analyzing an ancient tomb drawing, they figured out that a large team of workers could have hauled the giant stone blocks on a sled and poured water on the sand in their path to reduce friction, and made it possible to drag the blocks to the pyramid. Number 10. Blood falls. Now, thanks to research by University of Alaska Fairbanks, we know the true origin of blood falls flowing through the Taylor Glacier. The deep red coloring is due to oxidized iron and brine salt water, the same process that gives iron a dark red color when it rusts. So what was linked with many myths in the past had a scientific reason behind it. So guys, that was our list for the 10 mysteries that were finally solved. If you liked this video, do give us a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel because more interesting content awaits your attention. That has been it for today. We will see you soon. Peace.